Hi there. Hola, hola. Okay, it is the fourth Junky day of Christmas. Or fourth day of Junky Christmas. I can't remember how I word it. Anyway, I wanted to make a journal cover. And I had this, anytime I find anything that has a hole punched out of it, I love it. And I love utilizing it. So what I did was I took this, I folded it, kind of eyeballed it to see, kind of hoping that's about center. I think that's about right. And then cut this bit off. And there's my journal cover. Now these holes, doesn't matter. I'm going to cover it up with brown paper sack and fabric. You won't even notice the holes after. But it's kind of a nice size little journal. We're going to do a fabric cover journal with all these metallic fabrics that I've been collecting in baby clothes that I've been buying. And now is a really good time. If you want to look for some really pretty metallic fabrics, now is a great time to look for them because they got all the little baby Christmas dresses out in the shops. So go to the resale shops. One of my favorites is Once Upon a Child. The one in Florida was fabulous. I got stuff there for so cheap. The one here in my area, it's not in Napa. It's in a town called Vacaville, which is kind of about 35 minutes away from me, but it's the town you have to go to that has the good stores. Theirs is a little more pricey, but I did find a couple of really sweet dresses. So what I started with was brown paper bag. Okay, just in it, I don't mind the seams and all this stuff because I'm gonna do other stuff to it anyway. I mean, I glued it down really well. It's in there, and I'm gonna stitch too. So then I covered it with this. I found this at a thrift store, and this is a vintage brocade, probably from the 60s. And I collect vintage brocades from the 60s. I have a bunch of them, especially if they have blue, green, aqua, silver, gold, cream colors. Anything in those color families, if it has it, I will buy it. So use that as my base, and now I'm just going to collage fabric on the rest of it and see how we go. So now I pre-cut a bunch of fabric. And now I don't remember what I did with it. Is it this? I thought it was the other way. Yeah, it is. This is this was the good side, the way the dress was made, and this was the bad side, but I like the bad side better. So anyway, we're going to stick that down, and then we're going to stick this one down. I'm still debating on if I should press this or not. And this one. And then a piece of this lace at the bottom. So that's kind of my plan. So, and then I have this to reinforce the spine. And I'll decide if I'm going to put this on after I glue everything else down. So let's start. I'm going to just use glue stick because I am going to stitch all this down. So just the glue stick is just to make it tack. If I was not going to stitch, I would use Fabri-Tac. But I just need this to glue down flat. And I think using the glue stick also is going to help me not have to press it because it kind of bonds with the fiber. So I've done this before. And it holds it down and keeps it from getting too, it kind of takes all the wrinkles out. So you can see it's kind of peeling away there in the corner. But like I said, it's okay. It just gives it enough tack so you can stitch it down. And that's all I need. I just need it to hold long enough for me to go with my machine and stitch all the sides down. I love this fabric. It's so textural. I don't know that it's going to stick well without being pressed. So I'm going to kind of lay it there. Put this one on first. And then I'll go press that one and come back. So I hope you're all doing well. It's the same, you know, same old here at Casa Machinga. It's not too much really happening. The baby's gone this week to his daddy's, so it's quiet. So I'm getting a lot of crafting done because I babysit him when Mama goes to work. You know, I try to help her out. So, it's nice. I miss him, and I enjoy having a little break from him. And, having a little time to myself to do stuff, because when he's here, I'm one of his favorite people. So, which I'm thrilled about. But he wants me all the time. Yeah, my I want yeah. So, he wants to be with me. He wants to come in my room. He likes to sit in here. I always keep little snacks for him in here. I got to get some special toys that we keep out in Yaya's room. He says Yaya's boom. He's going to say room. He says Yaya boom, Yaya boom. That means let's go in your room. And I put his little shows on for him. He plays. I wonder if I should stick this down before. I don't know. I kind of thought the idea was good, but maybe I'll put it on the edge there instead. What do you think? I don't know. I'm going too far over. So what do you guys think? And I know you can't answer me. And some of you are saying, no, don't stick it there. Because I do. I talk to the videos too when I'm crafting along, watching somebody's YouTube video. I'm like, no, don't put it there. No, don't do that. I might not do anything. I might not utilize this piece. Originally, it was supposed to just go on to reinforce the spine. But I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. Because when I put this pretty lace border on, unless I put it down first, put this one down, put this one on top, and then put the lace. I guess I can try it. If I don't like it, I can always peel it off. So I love these metallic brocade fabrics. They're, I mean, literally, I go crazy for them. I really do. And I'm like, oh my God, did you see that? And when I go to the thrift stores, all I do is just through the racks looking for this kind of fabric, or vintagey looking lace fabric, or crocheted lace that I can deconstruct all the flowers off of and make doilies out of. You know, I have an eye for a certain thing, and I don't even, my mom's like, did you see this cute sweater? And she brings it to me, and it was like exactly my style, something I would love. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. Where'd you find it? She goes, right there on that rack. And it was right next to something, you know, right where I got something that I had in my cart. And I'm like, no, I didn't even see it. I breezed right past it because I'm on a mission when I rarely shop for myself. So when I'm shopping for fabric in the thrift store, you know, that's what I'm doing. I'm shopping for fabric in the thrift store. I'm not looking at clothes. She cracks me up. She's like, you are so fast. She goes, you just go through a whole rack in no time. And you're on to the next one. She goes, and I'm still on the first one. And you're like 5 racks done. I got no time to mess around, man. I'm on a mission when I'm in there. have that song, Happy Holidays. I think it's Andy Williams. Have a big fat pack upon his back, and lots of goodies for you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging from the Christmas tree. Yeah, I've been singing that song all day. I haven't played it. I don't know where I heard it. I must have heard it in a store or somewhere when I was out and about. But I got that song stuck in my head. Ooh, I'm loving it. Okay. So now my only thing is this lace, which I love. It doesn't have any sparkle. It doesn't have any bling. So I would need to put some other kinds of similar style lace in this thing here somewhere to kind of make it all match. And look, the back of the book is actually prettier than the front right now. But I don't want to do too much, have it too busy on the front, because I'm going to put some acetate there and have something really pretty, a really pretty like Victorian or vintage looking image inside there. And so I kind of like that it's not as busy on the front. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. All right. I'm not going to trim that yet because the glue's still wet. I don't like it. My scissors all glued up. All right. So I'm gonna have a think, as the UK gals say, about this and decide what I'm going to do. I think I'm not going to fold this anymore until it's dry, because every time I fold it, the fabric buckles and I need it to stitch down flat. All right, so I'm going to let that dry. I will stitch it down, and then I'll be back to continue. Okay, so I glued some plastic in there. It was one of those plastic photo album sleeves that I deconstructed. Cut it, sewed it in there, and stitched all of everything down. And then I stitched this one piece of lace down. I wanted it so that the scallop, so it's right at the edge of the scallop. So I'm gonna Fabri-Tac the rest of this down instead of stitching it, because it's very filmy and open. So I'll do that. Then I'm going to put some eyelets and decorate the front, and we're almost done already. These are very quick to do. The thing that takes the longest is kind of trying to figure out what colors you want to use, what shapes you want to do. A lot of times if the fabric's already been cut, I will just, you know, go with it. But I had, you know, big rectangular pieces of baby skirt, so I had to cut it. So I just kind of did some organic, you know, kind of wavy shapes to get it all done. And I just did some organic shapes to, you know, cut out, freeform, and then glued them down. Sometimes I do circles. It just depends on my mood. But I love doing fabric collage. I have a friend, Angie Collette, who is an amazing artist, and she came and stayed with me when we lived in LA, and she was teaching at an art retreat down in Southern California, and she stayed with me, and I went and took her class and had so much fun doing. I'd always done paper collage. I'd never done fabric collage before, so I just loved it. So hi Angie, I'm through seeing this video. She should check out her work. I will try to find out. I don't think she has a website, but I'll find out, and if she does, I'll link it below so you guys can go check her out, because she's amazing. All right, so that's down. And then I had some lace that I kind of hit with a little bit of ink. Now I had on the ink pad, I had Vintage Photo, but I inked it up with this one, Antique Linen Distress Ink. A little lighter color, not so much brown in it. Just because the white kind of blended in, and this one gives it a little bit more contrast, and it kind of matches better with that. So I'll put this down. So what I'm looking for, been talking to different people about their holiday traditions, and I was asking my son yesterday when he was here helping me with my computer, what's your favorite of all of our holiday traditions? And he said, which I knew he was going to, the baking. I've been baking holiday goodies since I was a teenager. My grandmother bought me a book when I was 14, a cookbook, and she wrote in it this really sweet inscription. And I've been using that book and baking things from that cookbook since I was, like I said, 14 years old. And I've always baked with my kids every year. So they always look forward to it. It's a big production. Last year we did it at my son and daughter-in-law to Bee's house because they have a much bigger kitchen and a better oven. I have just a little dinky oven that's not calibrated properly and doesn't always cook at the right temperatures. So we went over to their house and spent 2 days baking, and we probably baked, I don't know, 50 dozen cookies, because we do a lot of different types, and we do a lot because we give them as gifts, and all of our friends and family have come to expect it. And I said, well, I don't know this year with COVID, if it's going to be a good idea. And my daughter's like, oh no, we're doing the cookies. So apparently my kids are not giving up that tradition, because I've been kind of bah humbug about the holidays, really. And my daughter's, really gone all out decorating, and she wants to make it really special for the baby this year, because he's just fascinated by everything. So he's been taking his toys and putting them under the tree. So we don't think he understands about toys and, presents and the Christmas tree yet, really. But he's been stashing his cars and his little motorcycles and, little Hot Wheels and stuff under the tree. My daughter found a bunch of them under there. She's like, okay, well, he's getting the concept anyway. So it's pretty funny. Oh, wow, I think it's raining. I can hear rain. Hey, that's a rare occurrence around here, in California, drought land. It's always dry, but it was sprinkling earlier, but I can hear raindrops, and that reminds me, I gotta go check the shed. We were supposed to tarp the shed because it has a leak. Either that or I gotta take my dad's deer head out of there. My dad used to be a hunter, and he has a deer head in there. And if it leaks, it's gonna ruin that deer head. So just picture me running in the pouring rain, carrying a deer head going across my yard. That's gonna be me in about 10 minutes when I go out there to do it. Okay. Okay, for me, I want to go over the top and do a bunch more to this thing. So I'm going to get some rhinestones that I have and bling out the little flowers, put a little, some rhinestones and things here, and kind of, I want this lace to kind of pop more. It just blends in too much, and I don't know if I'm afraid. I know what I'll do. I have some gold paint. I'll try dry brushing a little bit of gold paint on those flowers and see if that makes a difference. I'll be right back. I ordered this. This is the same company that makes that gold paint that I used in Florida for my friend. It's not the one that she had. It's called 24 karat gold or 24 karat Dorado gold extreme sheen by Deco Art. It's actually a really nice gold paint. It's very gold. It's got a lot of pigment in it. Sparkly mica pigment. I've not used it before. Not this particular gold, but let's see if you can see. Yeah, you can see a little bit. See the sparkle and the sheen? Looks a little better. It makes them pop off the page a little bit more than they were before. Trying to kind of cover the edges of the paper too. There's some paper under there. This is a piece of a snippet roll that I made. And really tiny there. I don't know if you can read it. Let's see if my camera focuses. See, it says gratitude. It's just like a dictionary definition of gratitude, which I'm trying to be in gratitude right now in my life. It's very easy to become jaded and not feel very grateful about anything when your spouse dies, especially the way mine died. But I'm trying every day to be grateful for what I have and to be grateful for what I had with him, because I was very blessed and I lived a really beautiful life with him. So just trying to find ways to be thankful and be happy. So I'm gonna punch a hole here, put in an eyelet. So this is what I do to make sure I punch them even. Punch back through the same hole that you punched so that they're even. All right, I like it. So I'm gonna go get the, I'm gonna pause it one time. I'm gonna go get the rhinestone. Okay. So I think I wanna layer up some flower elements on there. Make it look a little more dimensional. Here, there's some small ones. I need a couple of bigger ones. Those won't work. These might. Yeah. Okay. See that if I layer them up like that, and then I have these little itty bitty ones, I'll put those in the middle, and then I'll put the rhinestone. It's gonna look beautiful. You wait. You wait and see. So, family traditions. One of ours is the baking, as I said. Another one is we go Christmas caroling. My cousin, Cowboy Carl, he's been doing it for years, and I used to go when I was a teenager, and then I stopped going, and now that they moved back from Hawaii, we did it last year, and it was so fun. He has a friend that has a big flatbed truck, and he puts bales of hay on the back, and they blare Christmas music, and we drive around the neighborhoods. We find the neighborhoods that have lots of lights where people are going and driving around to look at the lights, and we Christmas carol on the back of the truck, and that is a lot of fun. Then we go back to the house, whoever's hosting, and we usually do like a white elephant gift exchange, $20. You bring a $20 gift and you get a $20 gift kind of thing, and It's the Pirates Exchange where you steal the presents from each other, and it becomes, let me tell you, all out war sometimes with these crazy people. But really, really good time. And then another thing that we do, that we've always done with my kids, because I was divorced and they had to spend time with Dad too. So I always had my kids Christmas Eve. Now, we always celebrated Christmas Eve with my mother's family, who my grandmother was German. So they were all about Christmas Eve. And so we would do Christmas Eve at Grandma's house. And then as Grandma got older, it was at my uncle and aunt's house with all my cousins. So my mom's has 5 in her family sibling group, and then they all have a bunch of kids. So that was the one time a year I got to see my aunts and uncles and all my cousins, and my kids loved it. And we did that for years, and then my aunt and uncle moved away, and we stopped doing it. And my kids still every year go, I miss going to Uncle Bob and Aunt Marcia's house. That was the best thing, going to Uncle Bob and Aunt Marcia's house. So Bob and Marcia, I know you probably don't watch. Marcia might once in a while when I post. But anyway, if you guys see this video, just know we love you, we miss you, and we miss Christmas at your house. It was the best growing up, going to your house and getting to see everybody in the family. So we did gift exchange with the kids. If you were under 18, you got a gift. Then the adults, you know, we all just wanted to get together and visit with each other. So that was always fun. Let's see, other traditions that we do. I'm drawing a blank right now, people. And we do have others. Not just the cookie baking. My sister-in-law, one of her traditions is she makes this English toffee that was a recipe from her, I don't know, great-grandma or something, that her grandma taught her to make, and her and her sister make it. And she's given me the recipe, and I make it. But let me tell you, it never comes out like hers. Hers is so dang good, and I've even made it side by side with her, and hers tastes completely different from mine. And I don't know, I'm convinced it's all those years of love and dedication that her grandma and great-grandma put into making it that makes hers taste so good, because there's just a magic to hers that nobody. Okay, so imagine almond roca, or, you know, if you're from the UK, good, really good buttery English toffee, the best toffee you've ever had in your life. I mean, people call it Christmas crack when I make it. They're like, oh my God, you brought the crack, because once you take a bite, you cannot stop eating this stuff. It is amazing. So I buy all these crystals at a place in LA in the Fashion District. And every time I go, I buy different ones. And then I keep ending up buying the same one. So what I have to do is take and put a bunch of them on, you know, tape them to a piece of paper. So when I go to buy more, I make sure that I'm not buying the ones I already got, because I don't mind, you know, I do use them, but I like the Aurora Borealis ones, which are these rainbow colored ones. They're my favorites because, well, I like rainbows. Rainbow, tie-dye, you know, anything that's multicolored like that is my thing. It's my jam. But they just catch the light so much better than the plain crystal ones. I mean, I do like the plain crystal too. I like the plain crystal rhinestone. But look at that. Look how they catch the light. You know, and just that little tiny bit of bling on there. What a difference, huh? And I have this little pearl on here, and I kind of want to cut it off and put those, but I'm going to leave them. But I'm going to put one more here on this little flower, which is kind of like a very open little flower. Oops. Get off of me. Thank you. My fingers get all gluey. Does anybody else have that problem? Your fingers get all gluey and then you can't pick anything up? Okay, come on. Usually I use a toothpick that has a little daub of wax on it, because the wax sticks it when I'm doing jewelry work. That's what I do. I just didn't go over and get my jewelry stuff. That's all. I have literally one bookshelf full of bead boxes of all kinds of. I have gorgeous beads, all kinds of bling bling and things, tons of it. Because, you know, just like with junk journaling, well, junk journaling stuff I had for a long time anyway, but with the beads, you know, you go into the, like with every new hobby or craft, you go into the collecting it phase. And then you finally go into the making it phase. But I have so much I need to purge. I was talking to a friend, well, I was talking to my daughter actually. She was talking about her dad, she's his only child, and he has 11 acres, an 11-acre property, and it's full of car stuff. And she's like, what am I going to do with all this stuff when he's gone? I don't know anything about cars. I said, you're going to sell it all, and you're going to make a couple $1 million and buy yourself your house in San Francisco like you want, and live a happy life. You know? So who knows? She may not want to live in San Francisco by then, but that's where she lives now. She's lived there for the last 10 years, and she loves it. Okay, I did white because I didn't have gold or silver. I had white and then like brown and blue and other colors, ugly colors. So this is a really old, I'm using this one because this is the one that came with these eyelets. I bought these at an estate sale. The lady was a seamstress and she used to make a lot of corsets. So, all right. So I just got to find a ribbon to tie through this. And then I'm going to leave it like this because I think whoever gets this, they're going to want to do their own thing in it. And they're going to want to put whatever their image they want in the window. So this is just going to be this journal cover. And I'll tell you what, whoever wins it, I'm going to throw in some extra little bits and pieces of this stuff so you can use it to embellish some of the other pages. I'll give you some little scraps of the fabric and some little scraps of the same lace. I'll tuck it all in the envelope that I mail it out in. So this is a good one. I mean, I think they're all good, but hopefully somebody comments and wins this. I'm starting to get a complex because nobody is commenting. I think I got to get the word out there a little bit more. I think it's not that people aren't commenting or don't want to see it or don't think my stuff is pretty. I think that they're just not seeing it. So help me spread the word. If you like it, please, post it and give me a little, give me a little shout out to your other junk journal friends saying, hey, check this girl's channel out. She has some beautiful things and she's doing a giveaway. Because I would love to, A, make some new junk journal friends, and B, have this go to a really good, appreciative home. So hang on, I'm going to go find a tie for this, and we'll be done. Okay, I have this cool fabric from the 1960s. This looks like something that they would have used on the Flip Wilson show or something, it's like that. They used to make those pantsuits out of this, like, stretchy stuff. I don't know if you can, like, really kind of see what it looks like. It's fun. Anyway, I'm going to cut a little narrow piece of it and use this as the tie. If I can get it to go through the hole. Where's my... There we go. So I used a piece of this on a tag. Thank you, my cute. It doesn't really ravel. It's pretty strong. It's those 1960s synthetic fibers. I'm sure it's not doesn't have no fire retardant or anything on it, but I don't know. It's just kind of fun and funky, and it adds a little more bling to the whole thing. Adds bling to the whole thing. A little bit longer. So Christmas traditions. I didn't finish. You see, I get sidetracked, you guys, and I forget. So our biggest one is, because of Christmas Eve, we did Christmas Eve and Christmas morning, and then my kids went to their dad's around 11 o'clock for the rest of Christmas Day. And then my husband and I would have all of Christmas Day to ourselves to go do whatever we wanted. We usually went to the movies. Sometimes we would go over to a friend's house for dinner, but a lot of times we were so exhausted after Christmas, you know, with 4 kids, and some of them were little, some of them were teenagers. We were just so tired that a lot of times we just went to a movie and came home and crashed early when, you know, just relaxed. So Christmas is going to be especially hard for me, because that was a day that my husband and I just really kind of hung out and were together without kids. And that's not going to be happening this year, and my kids are all still going to go to their dad, so I'll be alone. So I'm probably going to go hang with some friends, maybe go to my mom's. Haven't decided yet. Depends on where I get the best offer. And you know, it's got to be social distancing Christmas, so it's got to be with some people that are also social distancing, because I don't want to take a chance, you know. It's to be a small group of people, not a big party. So, I'm not sure yet. But I know that wherever I go, it's going to be good. People will be fun. And, you know, sensitive to the fact that it's a hard holiday for me. I've been getting a lot of people reaching out, sending me cards and sending me love, saying they're thinking about me and know that I'm probably missing my hubby. And I have been missing him a lot this week. It's been a tough week. Oh, I love it. See, that's just that little bit of gold bling made a huge difference. All right, so this one's going up. You know the drill. Like and comment. And if you like it and comment, I put you in the drawing to win it. Now, I pick all the winners on the 13th day, so that'll be... I have it posted in the first day, and I have to go back and look, but this is day 4. So on day 13, I will draw the names. Now, I'm deciding how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it by day. So if you want to just be entered for certain prizes, that's fine. I'll pick those names. I'll put all those names. It's more work for me, but I'll do it. Put all those names in a drawing and pick it. I can do it that way, or I can just take every name from every person that commented, draw out 12 names, and they win. So at random. So leave some comments below and let me know if you want it to be random or if you want it to be drawn, the names for the people who commented on those items for that day. Like if you commented on this book but you didn't comment on any other things, you only want to win this book, you don't really want to win anything else. Kind of give me some feedback, because I'm thinking for me it's going to be easier to just throw all the names in a hat, pick out 12 winners. But I can also do it by day if that's what everybody prefers. So just give me some feedback and let me know, people. All right, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this, and have a great day.